I want sweet tea.
You want sweet tea? Get that out of your mouth.
I want sweet tea.
Hey, stop.
I want sweet tea.
What do you want?
Sweet tea.
What?
Sweet tea.
What do you want?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
I said sweet tea.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. If you ever have a minivan with 5 kids, you know that it's kind of sketchy to open doors and houses at all times. Well guys, what do you think? Today we're at Sam's Club. We're going to do a Sam's Club haul because we have been out of town for forever, so we let everything basically go down to nothing. So we're going to come down here and restock. Let's go.
A nice day shopping. Not my favorite. I don't mind shopping by myself. I prefer shopping by myself. But entertainment today is Sam's Club.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Sam's Club lunch and get their pizza because you can't go wrong for a slice of pizza and a soda for like $2. I mean, how do you go wrong? You don't. It's gonna be fun!
This table is so pretty.
It is. Come here, Levi. Andrew. Pretty yummy? I'm trying to grab one and you're not handing me one.
This is what you call a good pizza. No? It's hanging down. No? Look at. So
good. Andrew. Lisa, what you got?
I got a hot dog. I can say the pretty good.
$1.50 hot dog. Pretty awesome.
How do you go wrong?
Can't. Big cup of soda and that. $1.50.
This is the best ever. Whoever wants to try it, you can have it. It's so good.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
I want sweet tea.
You want sweet tea? Get that out of your mouth.
I want sweet tea.
Hey, stop.
I want sweet tea.
What do you want?
Sweet tea.
What?
Sweet tea.
What do you want?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
I said sweet tea. It is here.
What are your favorite things from Sam's Club? Let me know in the comments below so that next time that I'm strolling through here, I can get it.
Dad, wait for me. Wait for us. Dad. I said, wait for us? Don't leave us. Hey, Dad, wait for me. Wait.
What were you?
This.
Yeah?
It is Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
Was pretty yummy.
Uh-huh.
What'd you eat?
Just lunch.
You eat lunch?
I love it.
Was it pizza?
I'm not sure. Next time I'll get like.
I didn't know if we wanted to. You were just walking by it. So
I was just walking ahead.
I feel like I'm shopping with the warden.
Oh, I'm not even. No, I was letting you shop.
Anybody else shop with their husband feel like they're shopping with the warden?
No, I wasn't shopping. I was just pushing. You have the cart. You have the cart, not me. I have kids.
He's eating foam.
I have kids and I can't see him. I have 2 minions right here that should keep an eye, but they're goofing off over here,
Oh, they are.
having fun. So I'm just pushing.
My favorite thing to grab here are these body armors. These are my favorite. I want the 12 ounce. 16 ounces. Are you making music? Grab that. That.
His hands are cold.
Okay. Alyssa, are you drooling over a KitchenAid?
Yes.
What color do you like the most?
Probably this one.
You like the red, really?
Yes.
That surprises me.
I like the red one. Yes.
Did you see this pasta maker?
Yeah, I just ordered that.
What?
Pasta maker, juicer, frozen dessert maker, and grinder.
For a smokeless grill. All in one.
Wow.
Doesn't look like it takes that long.
When the weather's happy on the high desert, we can still grill.
It'd be nice.
We like grilled food.
We do. It's my faves. That thing's cool. Is everybody bringing everything in? Go put it on the table.
Carry it all the way in the house. I'm a big boy.
We just got home and we are carrying in all of the stuff from Sam's Club today. Hey, Liz, you want to grab these muffins? Oh my god, these are my favorite muffins ever. And pie. Can you carry it without falling? Dryer sheets. Dylan, take that. So when we were parked out, there was the sweetest lady that was parked right next to us, and she was like, hey, I was gonna donate these to my church, but could you use these instead? Like, she looks in her car and she looks at us, she's like, hey, could you use these? Like, would you guys use them? I was like, yeah. Like, it's crazy, but everywhere we go, we're always blessed. Like, no matter what, there's always just just this amazing favor on our life, and we're so grateful and thankful for that sweet lady that we saw in the parking lot. And I helped her load some things into her car as well. Like, that was no big deal. But it was the sweetest thing that she looked at us, she looked at her car, and she was like, yep, these go to you. But I just love her, and I hope that she's just so blessed. Okay, you can take our sugar cookies. Or that too.
You can take the sugar
I think Mom showed up this morning with blessings from somebody.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like 6:30 this morning, I'm laying on the couch drinking a cup of coffee, and someone comes to the door, and it's Christine's mom, and she's like, "You're awake?" Yeah. She's like, "I was at the gas station, and a pastor was, sought me out of all these people, like, hey, could you use this?" And it was a gallon of milk, like a dozen eggs, and like 4 apple juices or something like that. But he was just giving out stuff from a church, just out doing his deed, like, giving to others.
Yeah.
And we were blessed this morning as we woke up.
Yeah.
So, like, God finds favor, in the people it's just reciprocity. We like to give, and things come back all the time, like, and we don't seek it out because we're truly givers. It's harder for us to receive than give. Like, sometimes you got to humble yourself to receive, and just realize that God's blessing you, even if it's something small, because if you stop God's blessing, you're taking it away from somebody else.
It is.
So, spiritually or not, or however you want to think of it, but it's just like, you got to receive a blessing no matter which direction it comes from. It could be from a dime or a penny on the ground to, that's just a blessing. And return favor on that when you can too, because the reciprocity of it is amazing.
It is.
It warms your heart. We've had tough times. We've been without. We've been fortunate to have stuff, and and the last few years has been a struggle, but we've never gone without. We've always made it to the last second, and all of a sudden had abundance. And it's not always how much finances make it easy. Like, it really does. Like, it doesn't test your faith. Finances actually kind of push you from faith sometimes, because sometimes it just taints you. You just expect it. When you lose things and you struggle and you see who's with you and not, and like, it just gives you clarity.
It's so true.
So when God rebuilds you, you're clean. You don't have the anchors you had around you that you were giving to. Because at some point when you were given to everybody, or if you were, or I'm just speaking in my own case, that I was blessed to have great people behind me and support me, but I had a lot of same anchors, and I gave away a lot, probably more to anchors than I did to people that blessed me.
I like to call them parasites.
Yeah. Yeah, I just keep it in positive, but and really it's just, and God, at the end of it, you learn something. You go, God's telling you ain't God. I took it away because you were acting like God.
Ooh.
You were giving stuff away that you didn't have to give away.
That's true.
It was your blessing, not theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to swallow. Like, and God strips you down. He strips you down.
Yeah.
He makes sure you seek Him, and then allows to rebuild and gives you new hope and inspiration, and and gives you new visions and futures. So that's my little tidbit for today. Sorry if it's coming across all religiously, but you know what? I'm just speaking out of my heart and my mind, and I'm very Native. I'm Native American. I'm very spiritual that way too. So it's just, there's a lot of things that go hand in hand between modern day Christianity and Native culture. Like, it's more, it's just respect each other and do right by each other and respect the earth, respect ourselves. Mostly that's what it comes down to, is respecting ourselves. If we respect ourselves, we respect everything around us, and we don't take things for granted because we honor ourselves. We don't just take. Usually this just ain't going to be a good outcome at the end of the day. With your spirit, your heart, your mind, all of a sudden you're led, in an odd direction, and you don't even know you're there. You just think it's normal, and it's sad some days.
In other news, Dylan found 10 cents in Walmart.
Oh, see, he's blessed. Highly favored. 10 cents. I like it. Those guys, man, you start adding that up. 10 dimes is $1. That's it. Like, keep adding it up. How much money you got now? Like 80 bucks?
Nope, I have 71.
$71. So he's done all right. They didn't spend much on their trip.
Yeah.
We went to a souvenir store because he really wanted a shark tooth souvenir, and it was closed. It was like our last night in Florida, and it broke his heart.
It was so sad.
Made him tear
It
up.
was so sad. Oh, I felt awful. But we had just been on the road so much that we didn't even, like, we didn't stop. We didn't shop. We didn't do any of that. Like, we were go, 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 go from here, from there, from this thing, from that. And, like, we just never got to, like, chill out. The one second that we got to chill out was when we were in Panama City. And we stayed at the hotel and was at the beach and at the pool. And that's all that we did.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. I'm super glad that we got to go, even during everything that had happened, had transpired, and even coming home to. I was super at peace that we really got to go, that we got to enjoy all of the moments.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was a good trip, good family trip, a long trip. I think we did over 6,000 miles. We kind of rushed home to be, because my dad was, you know, in the hospital with COVID. Hard to talk about, but you know, he ended up passing when we got home. You know, was fortunate enough to make it home and tell him goodbye. So, you know, it's just, it isn't goodbye for forever. So it's just for now, you know, and his physical being. But so it's hard to talk about a little bit because it's all fresh and new. And sorry, I'm moving my hands around and talking with my hands a little bit because, you know, you don't want to sit here and be all softy and tear up. But I mean, it's just, you know, it's hard.
Yeah. I think the hardest part too is we made it back, and it was basically just in time for TJ to say goodbye, and right after he went. Like, that was, he waited for TJ. He waited for him to come home and to be able to go in there and see him, because I don't think anybody was, no one else was able to go in there and to say goodbye.
Yeah, the doctor said, you know, if it was my dad, no one stopped me. So sorry. Give me a minute.
It's real.
Oh, it's real. But so the doctor gave me the opportunity to go in there and tell him goodbye and thank him. So let me breathe for a second, but so you can hear me. You know, that's what it really is, so you can hear me. But so I got to go in there, tell him goodbye, and, you know, and walked out. You know, I spent about 30-45 minutes with him, and you know, waived the risk of COVID and all that, because we haven't got the shot or anything like that. We just, you know, we live out here in the middle of nowhere. We, unfortunately, we got, you know, I got COVID in the beginning of it, and so we just been really, honestly, probably the healthiest we've been in years after that. Like, we've been just, you know, eating better. We really just, I think, yeah, you know what I'm saying, everyone has their own way to deal with it. But when the doctor was like, hey, have you got a COVID shot? No. Well, do you know the risk? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, if it was my dad, I would, you know, you wouldn't stop me from going in there. And he's like, we'll suit you up with what we had to wear before we got the shot. And so, you know, suited me up in all his stuff, and got to go in there and, you know, talk to him and tell him to take his last ride. And sorry. But not really sorry, but, you know, I'm just trying to say sorry, like, with the voice and talking, but you know, and then walked out, you know, after that, and I was fortunate to do that. And then by the time I got down to the car, I got, you know, called back up because he was in cardiac arrest. So went up for that, and they revived him. And the doctor, you know, like, I was standing there, and the doctor was, you know, I'm like, so what do you think, doc? And he's like, it's, you know, and then he went into cardiac arrest again. And I mean, there was like a little other few minutes in there, but so, like, I think they revived him real quick, because I don't think he went all the way full cardiac arrest. And so they're like, we're working on him. So I went into the waiting room just outside the ICU doors, and by the time I walked out there, they called me back in, and they had him survive, or, you know, revived. And so once they revived him, and then I'm standing there talking with the doc for a second, and the light goes off again that he's having a heart attack, and I look at the doc, and I knew he wasn't coming back. Like, he just had kidney failures and everything. Like, it was so bad. Like, it isn't the, I mean, it is the COVID that, took him out. But at the end of the day, it was, his diabetes to his kidneys, like all these things that played a factor to it. It wasn't just COVID. It was, the COVID took the oxygen, which affected his kidneys, and he was blowing up like a blimp, like, because they were trying to put so much oxygen to keep him alive, and then they couldn't keep him on dialysis, so all of a sudden now his body's toxinating out, and that's what was causing his heart attack. Was the poison in his blood causes blood pressure to go so low. Like, it was just all this stuff, and
The perfect storm.
yeah, and that's
Hey, get him.
and that's when the doctor, I just looked at the doctor, and I said, hey, he just says, we're hurting him. I said, no more, no more.